I had read just recently that there's going to be like a U.S. adaptation of it, which I'm kind of bummed about because I don't think that will work. I mean, it can go either way. It's going to be released by Freeform, which before used to be called like ABC Family. So I think that's kind of odd. I don't think the jokes will be as like punchy and but like I said, it might work, it might not work. Other adaptations that I've seen that I didn't like, MTV tried to do In-Betweeners and Skins, and that was horrible. And I loved Skins, I loved the In-Betweeners. And
I mean, do you like The Office?
Well, that's what I have. Yeah. So, on the flip side, The Office has done better than the UK version, and as well as Shameless, where I've tried to watch. I didn't do this first, but I watched the American version first, and then decided, okay, I'm going to go back and watch the UK version, and I did not like it. I couldn't even make it through the first episode, and so it can. I mean, and not because it was bad. I just think that I had already gone. I was too deep into Shameless to appreciate the UK version, and the same thing applies for The Office.
Yeah.
So I think it can go either way, but considering that it's going to be released by Freeform, I'm kind of like setting the bar's pretty low.
It's almost like how I had set my bar low for Scream, the TV series, because MTV picked it up. And how far can they take things when it's on MTV?
Exactly.
And for a property like that, I feel like that was a weird decision, and it might be like the same thing.
Yeah, I remember seeing like something online about MTV and In-Betweeners, and and then Skins right after, which I thought that was really odd. And it just like wasn't working for me. Just like seeing like a preview on it, I was like, this isn't gonna work for me. But the UK versions are definitely worth checking out, and I won't totally dismiss the US adaptation of Misfits, but I just feel like it can go wrong by who it's released. Yeah, those are my weekly racks. Rack and Misfit.
Tim, do you got anything you want to add to?
So I'm sitting here thinking, and the only things I've been watching lately have been Defenders, and I don't know if I can, with a clean conscience, recommend that, because
you don't really like it?
I don't like it so far. I don't. How far
are you into it?
What are we? 4 or 5 episodes? And so they're all finally like meeting up together and like fighting alongside each other, but I don't know. I think they really hit it with Daredevil. Like that's the standout series of the bunch. And Jessica Jones is like came out right after that and was like really good too. It was like a really good storyline
in her own right.
But then like Luke Cage, I still like it, but it's not this. Story-wise, it doesn't hold up the same as Daredevil and Jessica Jones. And then
I have a theory for Luke Cage that if they hadn't killed that first villain, sorry, spoiler,
it would have been way better.
If they hadn't afterwards, if they would have kept rolling with him, it would have been stronger. I think because he really made the series really good.
Yeah.
And when they try to jump away from him, I think that's when that second half of the season kind of goes downhill.
They brought the family into it and his brother. And
I have read that, like, you know how Netflix's data is, like, super secretive and, like, they release only certain things, that most people watch Jessica Jones first and then watch Daredevil second, Luke Cage, and then Iron Fist. And, of course, people have been, like, skipping over Iron Fist. A lot of my friends have, and instead have watched, like, recaps of it, like here's a 2-minute video
about
on
like
YouTube.
episode 1 or episode 2 episode.
Yeah, I just think of the whole series to try to avoid it because they either couldn't sit through it or like just didn't want to even give it a chance, kind of like the Death Note kind of deal.
Yeah.
Some of those characters they think might have been like you know, not they just the characters they don't want to see it, but yeah, I just think it's kind of interesting because they're always heavy marketing, at least at Comic-Con, for the Defenders.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And, I mean, so far, I think we're, like, on episode 4 or 5, like Tim mentioned, and we're not really that impressed. And I don't know if they're It's just because you can't just put 4 people in a room and like, okay, let's start the action. Like there needs to be like some sort of like base. Like why do they want to work together?
It just seems weird that like for Iron Fist not being so popular that they chose to follow more Danny's
it's all based around him, huh?
Yeah,
basically the Defenders, like if you don't like Iron Fist the show, you might not like the Defenders because it's primarily like because he's supposed to fight the Hand and that's who they're fighting, so he's like the main guy.
So I don't know. Any thoughts about like maybe how the Defenders might be doing? Have you heard from any of your friends that they're digging it, or are you guys digging it?
I liked it.
Well, that was our last. What was it last week?
Last week,
recommendation.
Yeah.
Okay.
I recommended it, but I mean, it's because I like comic book stuff.
Right. Yeah, and I don't follow comic books, so I could see that being out of the loop like gets me not so into it as if I had read the comics and like wanted to watch a TV adaptation of it.
And I think when you're probably at an advantage because people like him can tend to critique them harder because they know what they have this like expectation when they go into it, and you probably don't.
Right.
So that's saying something that you're still not feeling it.
Right. I'm gonna stick it out. I'll finish watching it for sure. I mean, I finished watching Iron Fist even though some of it was cringeworthy. Like and really it's only just Danny. That's cringeworthy because like I feel like the whole rest of the show it kind of works on its own, and then just like how bratty Danny is. I guess that's kind of probably part of it is that he's supposed to be this child that never grew up, but like this dude should be hardened. Like he was raised by monks and like
beaten every day,
be, like, disciplined. And,
I did think that the supporting characters were very strong. I don't know if that's just because they're very good actors, but I think people expected more from that actor being on like Game of Thrones and being being like kind of a different, like stronger character on there in his own way until like the end. But yeah, I agree. I think it was just the character of Danny that falls short, and I think it is very interesting that the series is doing something else. But I apologize for asking that question if you guys covered it last week.
No, it's okay. I know you guys are a couple episodes behind.
Yeah.
I'm 1 episode behind, so man.
No, I haven't finished Defenders either. I thought it started off kind of slow, like where is this really kind of going and stuff. And yeah, I think like I agree with what Tim said. I think Daredevil is just kind of like a series killer. Like where do you go from there because it was so good. And I think the only way they're going to top that is with another Daredevil season. I feel like he does amazing alone, but when you know how do you top yourself, especially bringing in Punisher and then that's going to be cool. I'm waiting for that standalone series that they released a teaser recently, which looks
sick,
like everything I would want in that show. So yeah. And anything else, Tim?
Other than that, I've been watching like An Idiot Abroad on Netflix.
That's a good show.
Which is hilarious. Just a travel show about a guy that hates to travel, and he's always complaining about everywhere that he goes, the most beautiful places in the world, and he's just like, I'd rather be at home in bed right now or whatever, you know?
And he's just so unimpressed by everything, and I mean, I think half of it is like he's trying so hard to hate it, but then like the natural like Britishness of him comes out too, and he's just like doesn't understand some of the stuff, like these other cultures that they're like throwing him into, and then it's just great to see.
He did like Mexico for some reason, though. He was like, they don't care about life. Like they.
Yeah, he was criticizing how women in Mexico look. He was like, they just keep eating. I was like,
yeah, he's like, in Britain, girls will be like, oh, I'll have a salad, but they don't really want to eat that. Here, they just don't care. I was like,
he's
what a
so
jerk.
rude. He's such a jerk. It's worth watching like an episode, just a random episode if you want him to go to like. He's in Jordan for some time, and he's just like, it's just like some like rock on the wall. Like,
yeah.
It's just so
unimpressed. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, just maybe picking your favorite like country and just watching them go there.
Yeah. And then we've been watching a lot of Degrassi.
Oh man!
We're watching.
You're gonna have to explain that one.
We're watching from season 1. No, what's to explain? It's a great show. It's ridiculous. It's
all the drama I ever wanted in life.
It's another one that I don't think I can recommend because it is so bad.
So it's like not weekly recommendations.
No, these are my not weekly recommendations.
You guys don't.
Except for An Idiot Abroad, and Drake is on Degrassi, so it's gonna be good.
That's why I can't take him seriously.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just like, get back in your wheelchair.
Yeah.
Go coach basketball.
Oh man, yeah. It is kind of hard. I feel like he's just an actor. He's one of these days he's gonna be like, nah, man, I'm just chilling at home. That's all I'm at.
And he's Canadian and shit. And it's like, you're not hard, dude.
Yeah, calm
Get the
down.
fuck out of here.
That's it for me, though.
James?
Yeah, I got 2 actually. My movie recommendation is a movie called Chef. It was on Netflix for a while.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I went to go watch it the other day, and I just realized that they took it off. But it's a movie starring Jon Favreau. Mm-hmm. He plays a father and a struggling chef after he quits his job at a prestigious LA restaurant, and then takes his kid, or his son, and his best friend on a trip across the country in a food truck to help find himself.
Yeah,
And,
I think it's great.
Yeah.
Nice. I love that soundtrack. It's beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah.
My issue with the movie is that Jon Favreau, I think he directed it and wrote it or something.
Yeah.
And the people that are his love interests are
It's crazy.
what's
her name?
Sofia Vergara and Scarlett
yeah.
Johansson. I'm like, this dude, how are these girls fighting over this guy?
Yeah.
They weren't fighting over him, but he was like, he definitely.
Hey, because he could cook.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
He just wrote beautiful people into his script, man. I did the same.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of Sophia. I think she's lying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. ScarJo all the way.
So see, he's 1 out of 2. He was trying to hit all those demographics. Like, you like blondes? Okay, I got you. Oh, you like brunettes too? Okay. Man, he really did himself a favor there. It's not believable though that
it's a good movie.
Because he's not a good-looking dude. But yeah, I did like the
It's
movie
the food.
because it wasn't the focus of the movie. If it had been the focus, I'd be like, but it totally wasn't. It was just him like.
The love story was like a background story.
Are you guys aware that he directed the Jungle Book adaptation?
I did. Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I ended up watching
And that was actually good. I liked it.
I liked it too.
My other one is a TV show, Dexter. It's on Netflix right now. You can the whole series is on Netflix.
You can skip the final season.
That's what I
heard. Don't tell me I haven't finished it.
Don't tell him to skip.
Yeah, I won't tell you.
I'm only on season 5 right now. I watched it. I just recently started getting back into it. It's been like 2 years since
Why did you put it down?
I was just like burning through it so fast. I got to like season 3 in like a week or something, or like 2 weeks, and I think I kind of just got tired of it.
Is that on Netflix?
Yeah, the whole series is on Netflix. Basically, Dexter is a serial killer who works for the Miami police as a blood spatter specialist in the CSI division, I guess. He basically kills other serial killers and tries to lead a normal life while being a serial killer on the inside. But yeah, it's a really good show. I don't know, have you guys seen it?
She saw the entire series. I didn't end up watching any of it.
Is it too much on the horror?
I don't know. I get like kind of queasy over like blood, even even fake
but
blood.
I think also like he comes from out of work and he's like, I want to watch something funny, and I can understand that because sometimes I'm like, no, I'm just gonna watch this like really dark documentary, like leave me alone. But he's not into that. So yes, but I watched that on my own and I liked it a lot. I didn't burn through it. It was just kind of shows that I watched like, regularly. It took me a while to get to the end, and I agree with Wesley. Like the last season, I don't know if they just
I heard it was pretty
or...
like I heard the last episode, or the way it ended was just stupid. That's what I heard. I didn't hear how it ended, but I heard it was dumb.
So it hasn't been